I'm Nancy Red, and you're watching HuffPost Live. And what happens when your family, that's supposed to be who you love and who's full of love, feels to you like it's full of hate? Today, we're going to be talking with people and the people who help those people to get out of situations that they don't feel comfortable in because they have outgrown them or are afraid or both. Joining me to talk about this in our Google Hangout, we are fortunate enough to be joined by Nate Phelps, who is an LGBT and anti-abuse advocate and son of Westboro Baptist Church founder Fred Phelps.
I just know that I was at odds with my father from about the time I was 12 until I left on my 18th birthday. I didn't necessarily recognize that there was something wrong with his ideology as much as I just disagreed with the way he treated people. It really hit me hard when I actually had my own children and started dealing with the emotions that I felt for my own kids and realizing that it was diametrically opposed to the environment that I grew up in. And that raises a lot of questions. How can something like that happen? What was wrong with me? Was the tendency that I went towards. So that's when I started recognizing that there was something seriously wrong with that environment. And
Nate, am I still with you?
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to say you have fans in the comments. We have a comment from Really No Really. Props to Nate for standing up to his father. It's a very difficult decision. I want to hear what happened on your 18th birthday.
Well, I had decided when I was about 16 and a half that I wasn't going to be able to stay there because with the religious indoctrination, the message I was getting about my own nature, my father was convinced that I was evil and was telling me constantly that I was going to hell. And between that and the physical violence that was just a almost daily reality of my life, I decided I was going to leave. But I also knew that if I told anyone, it would just create more problems. So I hid it from my entire family, saved up, scrounged up enough money to buy an old used car, hid it, kept it hidden around the corner from the house. And on the night of my 18th birthday, after everyone was asleep, I backed the car into the driveway, packed the few boxes that I had stashed away in the garage, and went back inside the house and stood at the bottom of the stairs up to my father's room and watched the clock in the kitchen turn up to midnight. And at midnight, I yelled at the top of my lungs and turned and ran out of the house, and that was it. I left. The first 3 nights I was gone, I slept in the bathroom of a gas station because I didn't have any plans beyond just leaving.
But they had to feel good.
Well, there were a lot of feelings associated with it. It was, fear, anxiety, but a tremendous amount of hope and excitement that finally I was away from that repressive situation.
I want to go to your Twitter feed. There's a great quote that you have. When a belief system, read religion, introduces threats or exclusion, it stops being a search for truth and becomes a mechanism of control.